there was a ESPN survey, and they had the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. The top 10 were Prescott, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Herbert, Stafford, Burrow, Brady, Allen, Mahomes, and Rodgers. So Burrow was named the 5th best quarterback in the NFL. So do you think that's too high, too low, or just right for Burrow to be named the 5th best quarterback in the NFL as of right now?
I'm jaded. I don't know. I think he's a top 3 quarterback. And, some guys have bigger arms. Herbert has a bigger arm. Mahomes has a bigger arm. Some guys can run the ball better, like a Lamar Jackson or an Allen, all those guys. But Joe seems to put it all together. If you analyze his game and the way he makes reads on the field and he makes intelligent decisions, and it's the intangibles as well. Like, did Brady have the best arm? He has a very good arm, but no, he knew how to lead a team and to win and to be clutch. And going back to Andy Dalton from what you said before, props to Dalton for years of great service. But when the big lights were on, he had a rough time. And same thing with Carson Palmer, if you want to go on recent history. And then when you have a guy like Joe Burrow at the most crucial times, he just has that calmness and the ability to lead the team. And that's why we're winning these one possession games, as you also mentioned. So I'm sorry. Yeah, call me whatever you want. I have Burrow as a top 3 quarterback, and it's not just pure arm skill alone. It's a lot of the other factors that come in. It's throwing a catchable ball too. You can throw a rocket at someone 12 yards away, and that's a tough ball to catch. But if you're placing it in good spots where the defender's not getting a crack at it, there's some balls that are thrown that you almost can't drop. And Burrow seems to have a lot of those. And just if you watch his game, it's incredible. I can't believe we have a quarterback like this in his second year, because he's like that. You're looking at Joe Burrow as if he's been in the league 5-6 years because of the way he handles himself. And he doesn't, there's no learning curve for him. And we can see so many quarterbacks in NFL history that the light took so long to come on, if ever. And his light went on right away. And if it wasn't for that knee injury, he'd probably be a few steps ahead. But here we are, and sky's the limit for him. But yeah, I'm glad he was named top 5. I put him top 3. I still like Mahomes is got to be top 3 too. And I'm not saying better or worse than Burrow, but I have Mahomes up there. Probably Mahomes, Rodgers, Burrow, Allen, right on the cusp. I don't know. I'm throwing names out.
It's really interesting because I feel like 5th is a good spot for Burrow, but I feel like anything worse than that, I feel like would be ridiculous. Like, you look at some of the people behind him, Prescott, Watson. I don't know how anybody could say Watson's better than Burrow. I know Watson was great with Houston, but we're talking about a quarterback who hasn't played by the time he actually started, it's going to be like 2 or 3 years. Russell Wilson's good, but he's not what he used to be. Herbert's up there. Stafford's up there. But Burrow at number 5, I know this sounds kind of weird. I would probably put Burrow ahead of Brady. And I know, it's weird because Brady's the best quarterback of all time. But put Brady on this Bengals team last season, they do not do nearly as good. Because, Burrow was the most sacked quarterback in the NFL, and look what he was able to do. You put Brady with the Bengals last season, call me crazy, it's not a guarantee we make the postseason. As great as Burrow was, Brady, obviously, he's mobile. He's as mobile as a tree. He does not move at all. And I don't know. I would probably put Burrow ahead of Brady. Allen, Mahomes, and Rodgers, I would put Mahomes above Burrow. I would put Allen above Burrow. Rodgers is weird. He's one of those quarterbacks who, just when you think he's the best quarterback in the league, he has the absolute dud performance in the playoffs that he's had the past couple of years. So I would probably put Burrow 4 behind, in no order, Allen, Mahomes, and Rodgers. But Burrow in the top 5 is right. Having him 5, I'm okay with that because you're going to have the greatest quarterback of all time be only one spot ahead of a quarterback who, we have a starter quarterback. I'll take that any day. But I feel like 5 is a pretty good spot for Burrow. Anything less, I feel like it's ridiculous. I could totally see him being 4, maybe 3, but I don't think how anybody could say he's number 1 or 2 yet. He's great, but I don't feel like we've seen enough compared to some of these other quarterbacks in the league.